Another wonderful day, and we get together and have conversations. We get together and we talk to people who are making things happen in our community. It's getting exciting. It's getting exciting, especially when you go out there, like I did over the weekend for this wonderful celebration of a brother's life. And people walk up to you and appreciating what you guys are doing for the community. People walk up to you and they reference your videos and they talk about this video and they talk about that video, and then you look at them and you're like, why are you guys not commenting? Why are you guys not asking questions? Why are you guys they're like, Tori, you know that on that social media thing, they say me and over know me. And then I'm just like, okay, we need to change this mindset, whether we like it or not. Conversations are better when ideas are coming from all over. Conversations are better when you're not just talking. When you talk and people talk back to you, or when you explain and then somebody asks a follow-up question, and different people will have different follow-up questions whether I would like it or not. That's the reason why we continue to encourage individuals. When you watch this video, it doesn't matter if you watch live or you watch on a later time. Try to make sure you leave comments. Try to make sure you ask questions. Try to make sure you even support whatever point we were making. That way we know we are on the right track. That way we know we all as a community we are moving towards a direction that is far more better than what where we used to be. I'll bring in my boss, and then we'll get another very, very wonderful conversation today. Boss, welcome.
Good morning, Toride. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. It's an exciting week, the start of a new month. And I'm excited to be here, especially at this time. It's August. It's that time of the year where people start looking at their numbers and they're like, oh, this is getting interesting. How much am I going to pay in taxes? How much have I already paid in taxes? Have I done any estimated taxes at all? How is it going to impact me come December? Because if you don't do it now, you find yourself, it becomes too late. So I'm excited to be here and I'm excited to share with anyone who is out there who cares to listen what we're talking about, because you can't avoid this. This is part of your life.
Um, Now, one thing I've always, by the way, why is it important for us to really start? Because you say new month and this is a moment. Why do you think it's important for us to start now? Whereas tax season is a little bit 6 months down the road, even 7, 8 months down the road.
Tax, I say this all the time and I repeat it.
Mhm.
And until I get someone who can really stand and tell me that or tell me otherwise, that
Mhm.
is it. That is the reality. The tax code is your wealth builder. It
Mhm.
is your wealth builder. And if you don't plan to build your own wealth, guess what? You're planning to fail.
Mhm.
And as far as I know, everyone in this country who is in this country wants to build, who has a dream. And that dream is about leaving a legacy. You must plan. And planning doesn't happen after year end. We are in the 8th month of the year. And if you are high income, it means you're going to give a significant portion of your income, which is your wealth building tool, to Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam doesn't need it.
Mhm.
Uncle Sam wants you to build yourself. And to build yourself, 99.999% of us don't know how to do it.
Hmm.
So you must plan. You have to reach out to the people who can help you make those things happen. Otherwise, you get into that place where they say, I make money, so I must pay taxes. And then you keep yourself in that rat race. It's called a rat race.
Hmm.
You want to get out of that rat race, and it starts by planning. That's why I say it's getting late. Do it now. August is like the heart of tax planning.
Hmm.
August, September. That's the heart. Why? Because even the late filers, they are almost done, or they are already done with their tax filing. And the focus, they've seen what happened to them last year. The focus is, how do I avoid paying this $100,000 again in
Hmm.
2025, in 2026? And for you to do that, you must plan now. Otherwise, it becomes too late and it's a fait accompli. You must pay. Uncle Sam doesn't need it. So plan for it.
Boss, One thing you've always mentioned, the dream blueprint. What is it all about?
The Dream Blueprint is our label for it's our program. Our program is called the Dream Blueprint. It's actually in a book, and that book you will see it soon. The Dream Blueprint is the blueprint for building your own economy. We come here with a dream, and that dream is to build our own, to leave a legacy. Most of us, 99% of us who are here, we came from nothing. We came from nothing. We came from poverty. And we come into a land which is called the land of dreams. We come here with a dream. People are dying on the roads to get into this country. And when you come here with that dream that you've worked so hard for, let nobody tell you that, hey, that dream is just about you working and giving your money to Uncle Sam. That's not the way America is built. America was built by people who were brought here to build as slaves. They built this country as slaves. And when you come here, you get this white collar job. Then you go to the best schools. You come out of those best schools. You don't want to be a slave to the system. Because if you work and you make money and someone takes about 40% of it, 50% of it in some cases, then that's called slavery. It's white collar slavery. It's the same thing. The tax code doesn't want you to do that. And when I say this, most people don't understand. It's because there's a way to doing that. And 99% of CPAs that we work with, they don't know how to do it. So you have to look for, what is that thing that I need to know? This country, you must know how the system works. Wealthy people don't pay taxes. We say that all the time. The community says that. If you go and type it online, you will see that wealth doesn't pay taxes. Yet we are all dying, paying so much taxes. The question is, why am I paying all these taxes when the system says what I am looking for, which is wealth, does not pay taxes? So how do I do this? The only reason you're not able to do it is because you don't know how to do it. You don't know what you don't know. Reach out. Instead of complaining that people are not doing it, learn what they are doing that you too can do. Because if you did that, you will meet that American dream. The American dream is in the taxes you pay. That is what we call the dream blueprint. How to do it. How the wealthy are able not to pay taxes and build generational wealth.
This blueprint, is it for everyone or is it for some specific people, like just the W2 people or just the business people?
Great question. I hear this all the time because people hear this and they're like, is this blueprint for everybody? That blueprint is for everybody. Let me tell you something. The tax code, when it started in 1913, there was already something smart people already created kind of a strategy, because everything that you want to do on planet Earth has a strategy. The tax code is thousands of pages, about 16,000 pages, including all the illustrations and everything. Nobody can write 16,000 pages of any document without contradicting itself. That's called loopholes. Even if the intent was just to take the money away from you, you write 16,000 pages, there will be contradictions and you can take advantage of that. But that's not even there. That code that we're talking about, the aim of the code is to build America, because the government doesn't build America.
Yep.
The aim of the code is to build America. And who builds America? It's you and me. Go down the streets of your city. Look at all those incredible buildings that are out there. Those incredible things, the things you see. And then you go to your Google and ask yourself, which one of these things belong to the government? You will see that it's almost zero. It means that people like you and me are doing it. So this country is built by people like you and me. And for people to do that, because they understood from this time they started the tax code, the people who were there, the smart people who were in the process, they knew that, okay, this thing has been put in place, and it's mainly as an incentive for those who want to build the economy. The government doesn't even hire people. I say this all the time. So if I am building the economy, I should be taking advantage of this thing.
Yeah.
I should be taking advantage, because nobody tells you to go and do something and it doesn't give you an incentive to do it. Why would you do it if you have no incentive? Why? Why? You only do it because there's an incentive, and that incentive is inside the same document. It's in the tax code. The government gives you two things to build your wealth. Number one, it gives you access to leverage that thing called the tax code. Then number two, it gives you that thing called capital, capitalism. If you structure your taxes correctly, you have access to capital to do all the things you want to do. And I tell people there are 3 stages to wealth building. The number one is income generation. Just to answer your question further, it is income generation. Income generation means that you must make money in order to build wealth. You must generate income to build wealth. So you start by generating income. Most of us, we come here, whether you are from Jordan, whether you are from India, whether you're from Cameroon, from Nigeria, when we come here, the first thing we do is we're trying to see what is the best way to start making that dream. We go to the best schools. We go to the best programs. We learn, we get certified. And when we're certified, we get good jobs, great jobs, great jobs. I tell people, you don't come here to start working a $10 job and think that you've arrived. No, no. When you come to this country, the first thing to do is to invest in yourself. Forget about all those things, money, send money left, right, center. Forget, invest in yourself.
Very true.
If you invest in yourself, then the next thing now, you are going to get access to income that is enough for you to think about mama who is in the village. Pay that bill that was paid, that they used to bring you here. But you cannot start doing that when you're earning $10. You spend 20 years on $10. And you will never, you complain about America to thy kingdom come. So when you come here, the first thing is look for the best way to generate income. When we talk about income generation, remember the tax code is progressive. It tells you that if you make little money, your tax bill is so small. If you make big money, your tax bill becomes very high in the form of income. So what does that mean? It means that if you want to leverage the tax code to build wealth, you start by generating income that is enough. You start by trying to, if you make less than $200,000, you're still starting to play the game. The game is not yet there. When you start making $500,000, $3 million, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, then you can play the game to its fullest. Why? Because your tax bill is high. So now how do I avoid paying that tax bill? You don't have a tax problem if you're making $100,000. You don't have a tax problem. You can cry and talk for all I care. It's because your income is small that you're complaining. But when you have high income, $500,000, you will pay $200,000, which is about 40% of that money. And if you're in places like California or places like that, it could go up to 50%. And if you're not structured well, you pay an additional 15.3% in self-employment tax. So the game is, it is for people you can talk about tax planning only when you're making high income, because your tax is going to be high. And if you are out there, you're making high income, you are a physician, you are some IT guru, you are some guy who's doing business, and you are not structuring your taxes, then you are doomed, because you're not going to build the estate that you want to build. So you start by generating income. Once you generate income, then this dream blueprint is for you. It is for you to start planning now. And if you are not making the money yet, you still want to talk about how do I get to that place where I make the money. America has everything available for you to get to that place where you're making a lot of money. Everything. Unless you decide that, okay, I've given up. And we don't want to give up in this country because this is the land. Some people say that America is 5 kilometers away from heaven. This is America. You can do anything you stand to. Make the money and then leverage people, leverage the people who know how to do it to structure build wealth. Every time you give $100,000 to the tax authorities, you just give away $1 million in assets. And that dream you're looking for is in assets, it's not in income. So if you're making money, this is the heart of the time for you to start looking and try to get into that game. Stop thinking that your CPA will do it. The CPA is a strategist. Yes.
Yeah, so you know already you told us already about this is the time for you to start thinking about strategy, start thinking about planning.
Yes.
So when that time comes, you are better positioned, you are better established to just take advantage of what is in there, especially during these times when we have the big beautiful Beer Act. Is it Beer Act? Yeah,
One big beautiful bill act. Yes.
yeah, one beautiful bill, one big beautiful
Big
Beer Act. Yeah.
beautiful bill. Yes.
Yeah, now that we have it, and it had a bunch of papers that I don't think anybody wants to go through them. Not even talking about going through them. I'm talking about understanding the terminology in there and this and that. For you to read that document and really understand what is in there, you need to at least have that background, know certain things, and then before you can even know what to do. But the question I want to ask you is, so who should we start talking to? Go back to our regular CPAs, or is there some different category of persons we need to talk to?
You know, when I tell people, it's people feel I am saying this because Charles wants you people to come and work with Charles, with CHN advisors. We are there. Yes, we are there. We are ready to help people. We have the team to support you to do that. But if you don't want to work with us, go out there and look for a tax strategy firm. Not just somebody who is saying that I'm a tax strategist. Look for a firm. A firm is because you want a team to support you. No individual can do all the things that are required for you to make that. You need a team. And that team is a team of different professionals, different certifications. America is very, very highly specialized. A CPA cannot do, there are so many things a CPA cannot do. So if you meet one person, I mean, no matter how great you are, you can only do what your license allows you to do. But you want to work with a team. The wealthy work with something called the family office. So if you're out there, you're making $500,000 in income. You have a business that's making you that's a revenue is $1 million. You're out there who's already making this. That $1 million is not an end. It now allows you to begin. We have to start knowing that, hey, when we make $3 million, $5 million, we are just at the place where we want to begin. It's not an end. It's not an end. All these super things we see out there were done to by people like you and I. And we should not be contented very quickly because we're comparing it to where we come from and we think we are at the end.
That's true.
We want to create a generation. We want to create an estate, leave a legacy that people can say, hey, this man did something. If you're out there, you're making $1 million a year. You have ability to be building assets for $10 million every year because you are leveraging the capital market. That is America. That is America. We should not stop where we're supposed to start. We get satisfied too soon. This country is for creating something that is different. It is for creating something that is different. Going out of your comfort zone and creating something that will last many generations.
Boss, you use the word family office, and
Yes.
then you turn around again and you talk about a strategy firm. Are these two the same, or is there some difference? Or maybe you just go on and clarify what a strategy firm is and
A
what you.
strategy firm is, a complete strategy firm which has all the tools in the family office. It's
Oh,
basically the family office.
okay.
Because they help you do what? They help you build wealth, and they help you keep the wealth, sustain the wealth, and transfer the wealth to the next generation in the most tax efficient manner. Remember, the word that comes over and over and over is tax and wealth. Tax and wealth. Tax and wealth. If you make income, your biggest problem is tax. Nothing else. When you generate income, your biggest problem is tax. Because your goal is not to make income, your goal is wealth. So if you're thinking about building wealth, you have to manage taxes. So a family office helps you because it brings all the people together. The attorney, the financial advisors on the investment, on the insurance, on the retirement side, the real estate brokers to take you, the guys who are going to take you through the stock market, the guys who are going to show you how to invest in oil and gas, the guy who's going to take you to buy those multi-unit complex downtown, to build those skyscrapers, structure things together, the tax strategists. You want those people, you want the loan officer, the person who gives you access to capital. You want to have all those people in one place who structure your estate and give you access to those things. It's not one person, it's a team. It's a team that gives you access to wealth. That is the game. That is the game of the. You have some Jewish people, some great Europeans who came here at the beginning who are doing amazingly well. We hear about the Trumps, the mosques, the people like that. And then instead of listening and trying to learn from these people, because our goal is not noise, our goal is wealth. And if your goal is to make wealth, now you have to look at the people who have made wealth. What did they do?
Very true.
They created businesses. Yes, they created businesses. If you create a business and you don't structure it, you're doomed to be small. You need people who can take you and talk about big things. It's not one person, it's a team. It's a team of specialists. And they will take you far. It's like when you want to grow your income, you need a coach. You need someone to coach you. You need a mentor. All those things are critical. Many people in our communities, 99% of the people in our communities have never heard the word coach. Their coach is their uncle who they came and sat with. Yes. Or is their brother that they came and met first. That man who came from my village, I came and stayed with him for 6 months. He showed me what to do. He showed me route. That's what we talk about. You have to start thinking, what is that thing that these people are doing to become different? To build that legacy. What did this guy do? People say, say all sorts of things. What did this guy do? What can I do? Maybe I came here a little bit late. I will start my own legacy and make sure my children learn and be able to continue that legacy. Learn those things that we have not known. In our communities, we've never heard of family office. In our communities, we have never heard of that. But there were family offices in 1913.
Damn.
1913. So we come and how do you compare with people like that? You just start from where you have to start. But you have to become, we are too smart to learn. We're too smart. And anybody who wants to tell something, you just stand out there and just say, that man is talking bullshit, I know everything. I hear that from people all the time. I know him. That man cannot know what he's talking about. He's talking about, I know these things. I'm an attorney. Oh, I know these things. I am a CPA. I know these things. You know nothing. We know nothing. We know nothing. I'm not standing here to say I know everything. I don't know everything. I bring the best people to work with me. Because why? Because I have a blueprint. I have a blueprint. I go to all sorts of seminars in all sorts of conferences that have to do with work building. Why do I go there? Because I want to get that blueprint and disseminate it within my community. We don't have it. We don't. The wealthiest people in our communities would have been people who have built crazy things in this country, but they've built nothing. 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 Because we don't have that ability. We have not been able to learn and get the right people who can help us. Let me tell you, whether you like it, you don't like it, people they gravitate towards people who look like them.
Mm-hmm.
They gravitate towards people who look like them. In our community, there's no family office, so who do we gravitate to? To nothing. To nothing. This is important. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not saying that somebody should come and, oh, Charles is calling you. If you don't want to work with our firm, work with someone else. Make sure you're doing something. Learn how the system works. Implement it. But if you want to join our crusade, join our crusade. Let's make things work. If they don't work for you, hey, we've told you that, hey, we give guarantees and we give people money back if we don't make it happen. We're here to build our community. And anybody, if you know within my community, within the people who are working with, ask them what is happening in their own estate. What are they seeing? They are doing things the problem is that we become too used to the things. If somebody saves you $100,000 in taxes, you become used to it. And then when you become used to it, before next year, you don't even have the $100,000 anymore. Because the year wants to start, you've already spent the $100,000. Whereas that money is for wealth building only, nothing else. We see a lot of people, we build businesses, we never think about tax being a bill that's going to follow us. That's why when we see the tax come, it's like, oh, that is something that was it. So if you made $1 million, be ready to pay taxes, unless you do strategies. If you don't, you will pay taxes, a lot of taxes. And that is your wealth.
And that is actually the next question I was going to ask you, because some people feel like at the end of the day, I'm already making far more than I expected. I'm already making millions and millions, and after taxes, I still have hundreds and hundreds of thousands to take care of myself, take care of my bill, make some good savings, and things like that. What would be your message? Whereas it's difficult for you to talk. Anytime you mention wealth, you mention taxes. Every time you mention taxes, you mention wealth. Yeah. But like I said, I know some people who are actually still feeling that at the end of the day, I don't really think I need all of that. I'm already making good money. And even after I dump all these hundreds and hundreds of thousands in taxes, there's still good enough amount for me and my family. What will you say to them?
That's fine. It depends. Not everybody is ambitious to create that type of legacy. It's not everybody. There are people who are there to make just enough. They don't want to trouble themselves. But if you ask 90% of our population, they will tell you they want to leave a strong legacy. They want to build something. And the reason I talk about this to us is because we didn't come here passing through the bushes in South America, passing through the Sahara Desert, then to get here and then be contented with living, just getting enough. That's not what we came here for. If you ask every person, they came here to change their story. They came here to change their story, the story of their generation. Some people go into the bushes, they go through the Sahara Desert, go through all these places that they go through because they want to change the story of their generation. The problem they have is that they don't know how. Because there's nobody to teach them how. So they come here, they meet that uncle who's been here 30 years, and he has his own small home. He's living inside. He tells you that he knows everything. He tells you what he has done to build at his house. And the day you get that house, you're contented because you're done. You don't know what you don't know. America is a land of dreams. When you pass through the streets, every time you drive past anywhere in the streets, look at everything that's on the right of you, on the left of you, on the back, on the back, and in the front, and tell yourself that of all those things that you're seeing, the government has at the most maybe 1% of it is owned by people like you and me.
You just own these things.
How did they do this? They did it. They came just like you and I, And they did something because they learned. They got into a system, understood the system, and used that system. You can do everything in America, even with no money. Even with no money. This is America, but you have to plan. That's why I say, if you're out there and you're not already planning now, you're making $500,000, $1 million, and you think you're okay, you're not planning now. Or maybe some of us are W-2 workers. The taxes have already been taken, so you just feel like, okay, it's okay. That's part of it. You're giving your wealth. You're considering, you're just becoming the white-collar slave. The last 2 weeks ago, I was with this guy. How do you call him again?
Robert.
Who?
Robert
Kiyosaki. And Robert will tell you, he's written so many books on this thing. He talks about American dream every day. He talks about it in the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. He wrote that book more than 30 years ago. And every year, he's still getting he makes millions of dollars because that book has been translated in all languages. It's sold worldwide. He's traveling the world just to teach about that book, because that book, whether you are in Cameroon, let me tell you, the basis of taxation is the same. The basis of taxation is the same. Some people are a little bit inclined towards capitalism. Some are more socialist, but the foundation is the same. Tax is about building wealth. Tax is about building wealth. So this is important. We're talking this thing as if we're playing, but this is the game that is going. For those who listen to this and they decide that, hey, you want to unlearn what you've learned before and relearn. Our problem is we cannot unlearn. We know too much. We know too much. I've seen people come to this program, we're talking, and then they come there and just say, this man is talking rubbish. I know more than him. I know a lot of things. This man cannot read the tax code. Because we know too much. Oh, I'm a lawyer. I'm a this. I'm a that. I know many things. You know nothing. You learn. Go to conferences. Attend this thing. Well, it doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. There's a way to making it happen. It takes a lot of work. It takes hard work. And it takes dedication. It takes spending to make it happen.
Boss, we don't already pass that 30-minute threshold, but I want to talk something before you come off here, which is something for me actually, and you reiterate this all the time. Working with you, this is one other thing I learned also. How can you just want to come to this earth and just do you like that? Just do the little and then you leave. You drive cars, somebody actually came up with that idea. You use phones, somebody came up with that idea. You so many things. You came here before you even bought a house. You probably was living in a house that somebody came up with the idea. Like almost everything we use, people came up with these ideas. How then would you even want to live your life, just go to work, come back, pay your bills, and just sit in your own corner and not develop anything, not make any investment, not do anything, and you're happy? What are some of the things your kids are going to use tomorrow? So you want me picking only use 19 different people they develop different people are picking and use things the way you develop ideas, investment the way you. For me, I think that is the biggest part of the message you push them. The fact say you not only the talk about things you want to do, you don't put in place a wonderful team of people from different careers where they feel help any person where you want to think. Any person you want to think about investment, because that is the game changer. Until we community start learn to invest in different things in different places, then it could make it really easy for our community. I will talk with some person yesterday. In the terms of the reason why they get challenges for by the way, the person mentioned this program and he said he liked the fact we speak English, but in most times we want to explain something, they explain that even for pidgin, it make it really easy, it make it relatable, and that's the thing. Until we start get Bitcoin when a pidgin version or a Cameroonian version, or it was developed by Cameroonian, we start get apartment complexes all over America. We na Africans they own them. We start get big huge businesses. When people where they think like us own them. Guess what? If the person where he think like you develop something, maybe he go to develop am based on how he think. Wey e mean say whether you like it or not, you hear say okay for the building you fit chop contract, if you hold your contract you chop. For the building, you fit make in a place that for make small kati, you go for there for fridge instead for you will see yaourt and this you see na small achu, small ndole and small some kind of stuff because it is our people who are investing in these things. And from now the reason that one of the biggest things that way me I really like your projects, the way CHN advisors they do things, the idea with CHN advisors push them out there because it's all about come and let us help you invest. Come and let us help you save money and then show you avenues where you can invest. For me, that investment partner, the most important one way it ever encouraged me for talk to people and hey, you need to talk to him, you need to talk to him. Can you see any business idea, any ventures the way it go be open because say some person talk for you and then you motivate the person or you encourage the person or when I show the person an avenue for invest, whether we like it or not. Some person from our community could benefit from either they work for day or they go for day and they will feel like okay this is home and things like that. For conclude, I want me to tell them again about the family office CHN advisors and how they for help people them not only save in taxes but then go ahead to invest in things where it could build legacy for them.
Well, I want to tell you, people keep asking me, what is this thing about? I mean, there's some basics in America that we must understand how they work. We must understand. We are a family office. Mm-hmm. Family office is basically a strategy firm that helps you build wealth. Mm-hmm. It is the basis of everything. We brought together people in different spheres. We have attorneys. We have financial advisors on the insurance side, on the investment side, on the retirement side. We have real estate brokers. We have people who talk to you about investing in the stock market. We'll tell you about investing in oil and gas, building all those things that your hearts desire. The things that you've been dreaming of, those things that you've only heard other people doing. And you can only do that in this country if you, instead of leveraging other people's money to buy to do those things that are expenditures, you invest, you use other people's money to build your own wealth. This country is built to make you wealthy. This country is built to make us wealthy. Capitalism is built on two things. Number one is the tax code. The tax code is the number one machine that is used by capitalism. Number two is the capital market. There is money. When they talk about the stock exchange, they talk about the Federal Reserve. That's where they make sure that there is capital in the system for you to do those things that America cannot do. America doesn't own any oil company. None. You talk about ExxonMobil, Shell, this is go and see what is the interest of America inside. Zero. It's owned by private equity. So America is built by private equity. Our goal is to make sure that we too can be part of that dream. We own our own private equity firms. We own our own investments that we can pass down and look at those skyscrapers downtown and say, hey, I own that. We own that. Yes. We can own it. CHN advisors will help you start from the beginning. It will help you first of all, we want all of you can go to school. Use every platform that's available for you to gain income. Because income is the basis for wealth building. If you don't have income, you cannot build wealth. You will not build wealth. You'll be hoping, but nothing will happen. So get that income. Once you get that income, your biggest challenge is the tax bill. Because the tax code wants you to take that income and do those things they cannot do. That's what the wealthy, the people who own all these companies you're seeing, all these skyscrapers, that's what they've done. So when you have that challenge of taxes, we will help you solve that problem of taxes. We will help you show you that how investment works, how you too can do those things that you're only seeing. That's why we're here. Our goal is we have the best people. We have all these people we just talked about. And they are people from our communities. They just think different. That way, and this is the time. Mm-hmm. We are getting into October. We are 4 months to the end of the year, 5 months. We're getting to August. Mm-hmm. We are about 5 months to the end of the year. What does that mean? It means that if you don't plan now, you're out there. Last year, you paid $100,000 in taxes. This year, you've already, W-2, they have already taken about $80,000. Get that money back. Make Uncle Sam give you that money back when you file your taxes by working with a strategist. Work with a strategy firm so that not only will they give you the money back, they will also help you invest that money. Your wealth is in the taxes you pay. That is the structure of America. The higher the income, the more taxes you pay. The more the wealth, the less taxes you pay. Wealth doesn't pay taxes in America. Until you get to how much? Estate tax starts at $30 million for married filing joint. For married couples. So how many of us have $30 million? So we forget about wealth taxes and focus on income tax, avoid income tax, and build wealth. And that is what we want to provide to you.
Boss, thank you very much. I'll probably talk to you later.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Guys, whether we like it or not, we are supposed to listen to people like him. We're supposed to follow people like him. We're supposed to this is more than 27 years experience. This is more than 27 years of collecting data from all over. And if you look at his parkour, if you look at his routes, me sometimes I look at him and I just be like, okay, God, did they actually form this person to actually help our community? Because it's not like he just and he only knows things about started working from Africa, Cameroon, many other African countries. So it's not only about even knowing these tax laws and tax system, how they work here and they work back home. This man has an understanding of even the regular back and forth with me and you to go through for the community. So when he help a firm for plan for you, they know so certain things they consider. And I tell people all the time, you go meet some person who don't know say come on, you don't know anything about your background. When they want to give you strategy, they want help you plan. You think say that they consider so you get some 10 family members when they have responsibility. You think say that they consider so you get this and no, they don't. But people like him understand all of this and can even guide you on how to put these people under this and that, so that way they are working for you. So I'm sure man not start giving a strategy for free. I don't talk to this guy for too long to the extent I know a few things, and if you see me continue to push him on this platform, and I don't know how much I beg every now and then for do this. And I know if you understand. And in as much as we'll be glad to you don't start to pick up one people, then but I think we can do more. One of the things that be push me for start to read now what I can do to document people like him. I feel like we have lost so many vital, very, very, very important brains in our community. I'm talking about the likes of the politicians like Foncha them, Ndeli them, Fundi them, Paamukete them, like all of, and then now for businesses also. People like Pa Guarantee them, this man for Tico, I've forgotten that name, popular guy, the one that will Kumba Fayez Ulabi them, Jalakwan, the way they be into business, though they be work for. All these guys who don't lose them. Did we actually document everything they had in their head? Did we actually do that? The answer is, in most cases, no. Most of the two you hear people tell you about them now, he be tell me, say, he be tell me, say, he be tell me, say. That is not what we are supposed to be doing as a community in 2025. In 2025, we are talking to people like Charles Njoya and CHN advisors and the many others because we want to have video documentation. 400 years, 500 years from now, our kids can look at these videos, can watch these videos and be like, I am not supposed to make this mistake. This is how I'm supposed to do it. This is what I should do. Because I came from this community, this is how things are supposed to be done. That is the only reason. That is the only reason he comes here and he's doing all of these videos. They might already get a clientele. They might already get a client the way they're already making millions. I'm sorry to say they disclose. They're already making millions upon millions. Wait for future children for some corner, like most other wealthy Cameroonians have done. He can just sit him in his own corner and just eat his money with his family and just enjoy, go on vacation and do all the things that he wants to. But guess what? Because there's some person where he knows how he come out for that place like me and you. That place for go school be then a struggle. That place for job be then a struggle. You don't climb ladder. You don't see how these other people they do them. You don't see it work with up to now. It is work with other communities. You don't see how it happen for day. You say, you know what? And if you take all the knowledge and then someday I go with them, no, I get for spread them. Not only is he teaching people how to do things, not only is he guiding people on what to do, it come for platform like this every week, twice, and just put that information with you. The least we can do is listen. The least we can do is if the information, if it benefits you, share it with some other person. Talk to people about it. Talk to people about what we are doing over here. And that's how we'll continue to be our community. Thank you very much. I will continue watch online with you. They happen, but that will be